What is up, guys? It's Swampert here, back again with some more Premier Cup action. Gonna be sticking with the same team of Togekiss, Swampert, and Snorlax today. These might be just about the last Premier Cup battles I do, as I am actually away this coming weekend. So I'm not sure I'm gonna get that much more in. Premier Cup has been, just okay. I do think Master League is my least favorite league. So I'm looking forward to Halloween Cup coming back, and at the very least, I can say that I have broken even for Master League. I started at 2804, and I am finishing, above 2800. So let's go ahead and get right into the battles. I guess I'm only finishing above 2800 if, in fact, these are my last battles. If I do more battles, I might do more Sunday night or something, depending what time I get back. But uh, I certainly possible at this point I could still go down. But at this point, broken even for Master League, which is about as much as I could hope for. Alright. Getting a match, looking for a match. I found the game was quite laggy in all aspects tonight. Even, accepting gifts, clicking on Pokemon, doing rocket battles. All of it was laggy. So I don't have super high hopes for Go Battle League here. Expecting some Go Battle lag. We get Haxorus on the lead. That's quite good for us. They swap into Snorlax. So the way I like to do this is to do a fair bit of charm damage, take one Body Slam on Togekiss, then go ahead and swap into my own Snorlax. And here's that lag. There we go. That's wonderful there. So we are going to be taking this as likely just a Body Slam. It is just a Body Slam. They're likely going to get to another Body Slam here. They do get to another Body Slam. So we're basically even on energy, actually. So we're going to get to this Skull Bash and hope that it connects. This should deal quite a lot of damage. And we do connect. That's really good for us. They come back into Haxorus, which is totally fine. We're going to be able to go for a Body Slam here to stall out the Switch Clock. That's really all we were trying to do here, and then swap into Togekiss to farm them down. Don't need to worry about any of the charge moves. I mean, I guess Haxorus could be running Surf, but I'll believe it when I see it. And they come into Metagross, so I'm going to go ahead and go for a Flamethrower now. This is going to force a shield. We do get a shield from that Metagross. However, they did get a fair bit of farm, so at this point what I'm going to do is actually come back in with Snorlax and force them to throw. They're not going to want to take any damage, so they are going to go ahead and throw right away. And now Swampert can come in. They come in with Snorlax. I am perfectly fine to take one Body Slam and farm all of this health down. So I take one Body Slam. I know that I'm going to be able to farm them down just before they get to another one. And now I've got 100 energy basically ready for this Metagross. Can go back-to-back Hydro Cannon. And they are probably not even going to shield this, to be honest, because the game is over at this point. Yeah, we do take them out. So we had two shields there to shield either back-to-back Meteor Mashes if the Metagross had them, which it did not. Or like basically that Metagross had to get to 150 energy, and they had maybe 20. So it was not going to be a good time for them. All right, looking for another match here. Hopefully we can avoid getting lag here. We get a Togekiss into Rhyperior. This is sort of an interesting matchup. It's a Mud Slap Rhyperior. So I'm fine to stay in this. They actually swap into their own Togekiss. This is okay. I'm going to go into Snorlax, and I think I made a mistake there. I think I should have thrown the Ancient Power. And the reason that that's important is that the Ancient Power and the Flamethrower are both going to be resisted. You guys can see we got a ton more lag there. Ancient Power and Flamethrower are both going to be resisted from Rhyperior, so I don't really need them against the Rhyperior. But the Ancient Power against the Togekiss would be really nice, and it would have meant that I could maintain switch advantage here, because at this point, uh, I basically, it's out of my control. I could have shielded, but then they may have just shielded their Togekiss, um, and I would have been in a tough spot. So here, I'm going to be forced to throw a Flamethrower into this Rhyperior. Doesn't deal a lot of damage. Would have been much better off throwing the Ancient Power into the Togekiss. And then they've got a Dragonite in the back. Uh, it's not over at this point. I'm going to be able to go for Sludge Waves against this Dragonite, and basically I'm not going to shield. They're building up a ton of energy. They're definitely going to try and build up to 100 energy and leave me with almost no farm. They do actually decide to shield there, so that was surprising, to be honest. Um, this is likely going to be a Dragon Claw bait, so I'm not going to go ahead and shield it. I do call the bait. This could be a Hurricane because they do have 100 energy, but it's another Dragon Claw. So this is definitely going to be another Dragon Claw. I don't need to shield it. And then basically I'm really hoping that this Rhyperior did not double up. So I'm going to shield up this first move. It's a superpower that makes me think they doubled up, and they are throwing again. That's not great for me. Uh, they aren't quite able to take me out, but they put me within their Mud Slap range, and then we simultaneous KO. So the Dragonite lived in the back with just a little bit of HP there. So really close match. I definitely think if I had thrown the Ancient Power into the Togekiss instead of the Flamethrower at the Rhyperior, I would have won that match. So it's all right, you live and learn, but hopefully we can still find a way to go positive on this set. We're 1-1 right now. But that's 2 straight matches where we've had some lag. So far it hasn't impacted anything. All right, here, Togekiss on the Togekiss Mirror on the lead. The way I like to play this is to swap out on the Ancient Power, but I'm getting some lag here, go for the swap, and because of the lag, we desynced, and I did not get the swap. So that's really obnoxious, because now I have to shield. I have to swap into Snorlax, and the reason I had to shield is for something like a Garchomp in the back. Togekiss is my answer to the Dragons, so I can't really let it go down without knowing what 2 of their Pokemon are. I am going to go for a Skull Bash here. And we actually grab a shield, which is pretty good for us. So at least we're even on shields now, so that will be good. They Sand Tomb, which means I'm going to be able to get to at least another Body Slam. We do get to a Body Slam. This is going to just be some nice chip damage. Togekiss doesn't really need to farm that much more energy. We're already at an Ancient Power. So we can just let the Snorlax go down, come in with Togekiss, and they're going to swap right away. I'm going to swap into my Swampert, and I decide to farm up a little bit here, debatable around whether or not I should have thrown earlier, because I did take quite a lot of charm damage. Probably I should have thrown just a little earlier. It's actually the Garchomp coming back in. I'm going to go straight for a Hydro Cannon on this Garchomp. And we do actually force the last shield. I am not going to shield up this charge move. And then I made a bad call here. I was thinking that it was going to be a Metagross in the back, so I preserved my Swampert, thinking that it would have a lot of play against a Metagross. But as it happens, it's a Gyarados in the back, so that's not good at all, because Swampert does not have a lot of play against a Waterfall Gyarados. It has almost none. But in reality, my Togekiss was already quite low, so I had to shield something, and basically it was going to be the same too. So we are going to get Aqua-tailed to be taken out there, but that's a good game. Alright, so there not being able to swap on that Ancient Power was definitely a bit of a problem, but I don't think it actually resulted in the winning or losing. So Metagross is going to go ahead and swap into my Snorlax. They bring in Dragonite, they bring in Gyarados, which is totally fine. I make sort of a debatable call. I think that Snorlax has a better chance of winning Switch if it just goes straight Body Slam, but I go for the Hail Mary on the Skull Bash, and it gets shielded. So, I mean, at least I'm going to get shield advantage from this matchup, but might have been nice to maintain Switch, given that they do have a Metagross. So this Body Slam is going to connect and get the Gyarados fairly low. So they are low, but they were able to farm down. So we're going to have to take an Aqua Tail on Togekiss here, and then it's going to be Metagross coming back in. I'm going to swap into Swampert, and they have their own Swampert. So this is actually okay because we're ahead on energy and up a shield. So we're going to be able to outpace them and be able to get to the third Hydro Cannon before they can get to their third, basically. So we go for back-to-back Hydro Cannons here. They did sneak in a Mud Shot there. So we're going to go for this next Hydro Cannon. They are definitely over-farming. They're very close to the back-to-back. We're going to go ahead and shield up this one. We should get to this back-to-back, though, before they get to another one. So this Hydro Cannon will be taking them out, or just barely doesn't, but we get one more Mud Shot in before they get to that Hydro Cannon, and then Metagross is coming in, and they decide to surrender because Metagross versus Swampert is a very favorable matchup for Swampert. And of course, we almost had a Flamethrower on our Togekiss in the back. Alright. Togekiss into Swampert. This is alright. I'm counting my charms. Basically, they get to the Sludge Wave at about 5 charms. It's actually 5.5 or so, but this was at like 6 or 7, so it could definitely have been a Sludge Wave. I decided to block it and then swap into Snorlax to basically draw out their Dragonite and see what they've got in the back. Going to go for the Skull Bash here. This is going to deal a lot of damage if we connect. They do decide to shield, so I'm pretty happy about that. We go to an even shield scenario. And then this Dragonite is throwing, expecting the Hurricane, but it's actually an Outrage. So this is really good news for me. I clicked the Body Slam, but then I realized, you know what? I actually do not want to do very much damage. And the reason is they've shown that they have Outrage. They definitely have Dragon Claw. So they have nothing that can threaten Togekiss. I'm perfectly fine to take an Outrage here. So they are going to Outrage. Does very little damage. We're going to be able to farm down, have a ton of loaded energy. I'll have to see what comes in. It's a Togekiss coming in. I go straight for the Flamethrower. Probably should have gone for the Ancient Power, but they're roughly equal damage per energy, and we're still going to be able to beat them to this Ancient Power. So this is going to either force them to shield or take them out. We do force a shield. We're going to go into our Swampert, and if we're lucky, we can get to this Hydro Cannon. We can get to this Hydro Cannon. I think we basically CMP tied there. We were a half turn ahead, and they come in now with their Swampert. We're so far ahead on health, and we've still got a shield, but this is going to be a good game. So we can just shield up the Hydro Cannon. They need to land 2 to take us out, and we're going to be able to get 1 here. So able to win that match and go 3-2 in the set. So able to go positive. Started Masters at 2804 rating, and have to see exactly where we get to after this set. Just catching this Skarmory. I did get a shiny Skarmory the other day as a Go Battle League reward, so they do exist. Alright, there we go. Check the IVs on it. It does not look very good. Let's just get rid of that. And we get up to 28-29. So that's alright. We're up 25 points versus the start of Master League.